And in 3, 2... Oh, we're already live. I don't know why I'm doing a countdown. And we're live. And this is Codex Added. Today we'll be playing Mass Effect Andromeda. Heavily modded, custom female writer, biotic. There's nobody here yet, but, you know, for posterity. Oh, there is somebody here yet. Man, look at that. Readable. Once again, we got to get like some kind of award or recognition for Readable first through the door. Like, Readable is ready every time. Hey, Janessa. Good to see you. Janessa also a regular with us. Austin, another regular. And of course, Katie, the wonderful, magnificent moderator extraordinaire. John, good to see you, first of all. My day is going really well. Been working a lot. I know it's Sunday, been spending most of the day working, but good news is, you know, I'm being a responsible adult. I've knocked out most of my work. Now I'm excited and ready to play some Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm happy that you all are here to do that with me. We're going to do it together. Lisa, good evening. Glad to see you. Alpaca Cheese, hello. Nicole, as always, hi. Good to see you. And, oh wait, I did forget to tweet. We are tweeting out. We are live. And I'll probably just give it maybe a second or two more. Not a second or two, maybe a minute or two more before we kick off. How's everybody else's night going? Everybody else having a good Sunday, I hope? Hopefully everybody is ready for some more Andromeda, and hopefully no more Sudoku. I actually think I meant to do that off stream and buy some of the keys, some of the encryption keys, because I was sucking at Sudoku last time. I don't think I did. I made some changes just to kind of let you guys know. Oh, so I guess, yeah, before we get started, that's a good little FYI. I mentioned this at the end of the last stream. I updated our custom writer, Alicia writer. I updated her hair color. And I think I might have made super slight tweaks to some of the sliders, and that was it. I mean, really nothing major. You'll probably never even notice if you're looking, but just super minor tweaks to her appearance. And I got some of the casual outfit mods working correctly, so we'll get to see the casual tank casual and the hoodie casual will be I have a couple mods for that, so those will actually be working good. So Nicole, not so smart guy. John, all having some pretty good Sundays. Very good to hear. Readable school starting tomorrow, and you're not ready. You know, I was about to say, who's ready for Monday? You know, I think I'm just barely ready for Monday, so I feel you on that one. Lisa played Dragon Age Inquisition my whole Sunday. That's a fine Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really good. I've been meaning to play some more Inquisition. Besides, just obviously yesterday we had the stream. I've been meaning to play some more Inquisition off stream as well on my most recent character. Ego Mod, what's up? Good to see you. We're gonna go ahead and start. I'm at least gonna load up. I have it ready this time. Frosty Mod Manager ready to go. You know, if any of you would like to tweet out, share out, whatever platforms you use, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you like to do, if you feel so inclined, and you want to share this link, please go ahead and do that. Is Tamar not good enough for you? No, I just really like my other female human maids that I've been doing, where I'm probably going to romance. You know, I have a mod installed, so I might romance Blackwall and Solus at the same time for double the heartbreak. John, it's already Monday there. So as you said, yeah, it's Monday in the morning. Huh, okay, nice. Well, you know what? This is, hopefully this is a good start to your week. Yeah, I think really the only what else have I been playing? I mean, honestly, I've been playing Andromeda. I've been playing Inquisition, obviously on stream. The other thing I've been really into recently is just NBA stuff. The new round of NBA games are going to be coming out shortly. They're going to be coming out. September 11 is going to be the date for NBA 2K19, and I want to say NBA Live 19 is going to come out slightly before that. So kind of what I've been doing is playing a little bit of NBA 2K18 and NBA, well, not NBA Live, but 2K18. Not something I think anyone would be interested in seeing as a stream, but yeah, that's what I've been kind of playing in off time. Per usual, the normal starting up routine. I've set CPU priority to high. We're gonna fix our full screen, and I don't know why I have this autosave here a minute later. Again, I was doing a little bit of stuff off stream. I guess I'm just gonna take the autosave. Abaddon calling out that Karanax, who made the amazing Unicorn Iron Bull mod, is asking on Reddit for a save file of Cassandra's, quote, the ideal romance quest. Just saying in case anyone can help. That's a great call out there, Abaddon. So yeah, Karanax, who made that incredible mod for us, so Iron Bull could look amazing and fabulous and Unicorn in yesterday's Dragon Age Inquisition stream. If anyone can help out with the ideal romance quest for Cassandra, if anyone has a save file, please do look into that on Reddit. I assume on the Dragon Age subreddit. Always glad to help out a modder who has helped us out if we can. And again, you know, we get a look here at Alicia. You might not be able to tell any difference. Very minor tweaks, but that was just something that I wanted to get a hold of. So let's see, what are we going to be getting into today? I guess really mainly the main thing is that now... Oh, yes, you know what? This could actually be really fun. So this should be Angara First Contact, which I think I'm going to do. We've already gotten Eos healed. There is some stuff going on, like this quest triggered just because I was walking around real quick doing some inventory management stuff. This is the protesters, not going to do that anytime soon, and we could pick up the pie jack. Otherwise, as I said, I'm going to stick to the critical path. I'm not going to do a lot of side quests, and again, this is my theory on how to play Mass Effect Andromeda, because what I found was I enjoyed it a lot more when I skipped a lot of the side quests and then did more of them later on. And guys, let me know also how the game audio is mixed. Hopefully my voice and game voice are appropriately leveled. Let's talk to Cora real quick.
Whole mood of the Nexus has changed since Eos. You really can feel it. New outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Can't relax yet. The initiative still has a lot of promises to keep.
And that's on us. But it's damn good to know we're on the right track.
I always did appreciate this call out for the SR2. And not just that too, but you kind of get to see the equivalent for the Turians and I believe for the Solarians or the Asari. Oh, this is a shout out to some real life space stuff.
Getting there. Put in a good word for us.
Oh, Flucus, hey, how's it going? Great, that's awesome. Yeah, you reached out to me on Twitter for some mod recommendations, and yeah, that's good to hear, man. Those texture mods, especially for ME1, if you're playing it in, I mean, even in 1080, but especially if you're playing at 1440 or 4K, amazing. It just looks so good. This is some more stuff that I always thought was cool. I think, is there a SpaceX reference in here also, maybe? Can't remember. I love the appreciation for the real life space stuff that they include. Let me turn on my FPS counter. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna kind of stick to a somewhat more brisk pace here. Unfortunately, tonight I don't have a ton of time to stream. Probably gonna be about an hour, maybe 90 minutes, so we'll try and keep it a little bit brisk here.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Why, hello to you too. I think we're gonna go pick up Pyjack and then get to the system where we can make some first contact here.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Trying to think, is there anything else that I do kind of want to stop it? Does Kandros have any comments for anything?
Glad to see you finally. I hear you've been busy out there.
That's one word for it.
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Yeah, no, not really. He doesn't have much. Okay.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
One thing I am going to do real quick, because OBS refuses to stop taking up CPU cycles. And yeah, I mean, if you're familiar with kind of where we're going, I guess I'm kind of trying not to spoil it too much ahead of time, because I know maybe a couple of people watching are not. They've never played Andromeda, but it's a really cool moment here. So where's the docking bay? There we go.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with armed locations.
I have, oh man, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Inquisitors? So not nearly as many as Katie, but yeah, you know, I love them all dearly. My last two have been my favorites. Where's my Pyjack at?
Good morning.
Oh, hello, Pathfinder.
Here we are, one young Pyjack. Ready to see Andromeda, huh? Sam, can you send a note to Kesh? Make sure our new friend gets delivered to the Tempest.
Acknowledged.
And yeah, so I did some inventory management, kind of sold off some stuff we didn't need, got some more materials, etc., etc. Man, I see some of you killing it, man. John, 8 or 9 Inquisitors. Lisa, you've got 10 or 15. And Nicole, you're kind of more where I'm at, 5 or 6. That's kind of more. I mean, I guess I can count Tamar now as one of mine. so I guess that makes 6. God, look at that Tempest. I do wish the frame rate in general was better on board the Nexus, but God, there are some great visuals, man.
You shoved the crate off the ramp. Where do they find these people?
Let's talk to Vetra a little bit.
Keeping tabs on things back here?
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
Going well, I hope?
As well as it can go with limited resources, yeah. Tiny steps.
I do think it's pretty interesting for anyone that's ever messed around with Wavebend's different mods. I know there's one, I want to say you can maybe get the jetpack one to work even when you're here, or maybe it's something else he did when he was running around some of that portion that was down there.
The first outpost in Heleus. These things from picking foliage in the Nexus Commons area.
N7 Taylor, are you talking about that casual outfit that I have on now? Because if so, that is a mod. I replaced the standard long sleeve uniform that Ryder wears with the default uniform that Cora and Liam wear, because I thought that that made sense that she would have like the standardized uniform.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
Oh, Gil wants to talk to us. Okay. Also, I can't remember, this is going to sound awful, I can't remember if I did this off stream also, but can someone remind me, did I have kind of the first conversation with Suvi where we kind of mentioned her religion and stuff? Because I think I might have done that off stream, testing the changes I made to Alicia Ryder's face. So if you guys don't remember that in the last one, I can redo those dialogue options, I'm pretty sure.
Drac, I'm working with Vetra to track down prosthetic gel. And those other items we discussed?
Nothing for me. Playing favorites, Lexi?
What? No?
Also, when it comes to research, I really don't feel like we need anything crazy yet as far as like weapons or anything like that. I'm probably just gonna keep rolling with the standard weapons for now, although I may research some stuff. Like I said, I'm mainly gonna do a pistol build, honestly. I mean, I might do the not the Eagle. Where's the Hurricane? Yeah, I might end up doing the Hurricane. John is saying, I think it was just the first introduction to Suvi. Yeah, I might do that. So I really like the Hurricane as an SMG. Obviously not the most accurate thing, but I'm really trying to go for lighter weapons due to the biotics. And so for now, I might just develop some stuff. I might do the higher levels of the base armor. I don't have enough beryllium or titanium, so yeah, I might look into doing some of that stuff later. Also, of course, the Nomad upgrades, which are cool, particularly the charge stuff, the vertical thrust. Not worried about too much of that right now. Let's go see the Pyjack and let's go see Gil.
I'm in the armory.
That's great, Vetra. I was so I'll talk to you soon, Vetra.
Pathfinder making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, this is the most important part of the ship.
Whoa, don't tell me they put someone smart in charge for a change. I am at your command.
Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked and idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
You know, that's actually a good bit of dialogue. You know, Gil is just like, he's action-oriented, he wants to get his hands on stuff, he wants to roll his sleeves up and do shit, and even though this is like, it might not be like a crucial character moment, I appreciate his writing. It's consistent, it's subtle, it's on point. And also, by the way, there is a... Hold on, which one do I want to choose here? Let's empathize a little bit.
Seems like life back there was pretty bleak.
Not gonna lie, it sucked.
There's a mod for his
I tend to
appearance as
live
well.
the way
Kind
I
of tweaked
work.
his look.
Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties.
Flucus,
no real
Gil,
sense
every
of
time.
purpose.
I mean, I can appreciate
Figured
Kalo
maybe I'd
about as
find
much
my
as I
true calling
can,
in
but I
Andromeda.
favor Gil. I mean,
Then I got
entirely.
here and oops, I just made
If that was a
decision
real life
there's no
situation, I
turning back
cannot
from.
express to you how
was
much
going nuts
I
on
would
that
side with
station.
Gil. It's just like,
You
look,
can't know
man,
how jazzed
you have
I
to
was
adapt
when
to
you showed
change.
up.
You have to be open to change. You have to be willing to move forward. You know, you can't be holding on to things for sentimental value. Not when it comes to technical aspects like ship design and being adaptable in the field. So 100% Gil. Also, again, I don't know if anyone can tell. If anyone wants to guess what the changes were, I'm going to tell you first the hair, just the hair color, slightly tweaked. But if anyone else can guess, like, I think I moved 2 sliders by 1 notch, if anyone can guess what it was. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up. Let's go with this.
We're exploring this cluster. Eventually, the galaxy. If your purpose is here, we'll find it.
Then the question will be, what will I do with it? In the meantime, you just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Fluka says eye color. No, didn't touch the eye color. John says lips bigger. Close but no cigar, kind of. In a way close, in a way totally off. Jane Kirk, hi, how you doing? Glad you could join us. And you're saying, what's a good build if I want to play Mass Effect but I really suck at shooting games? That's a great question. It depends on which game, because they do play slightly differently. I would say for Mass Effect Andromeda, I would go with biotics, because I think you can have fun with biotics and you can just kind of have powers, you know, lift people, throw people, use a shield, you know, you can do all kinds. Singularity is fun, so you can do a bunch of fun stuff. In the original trilogy, it's a little more advanced, but I would say some of the tech abilities kind of allow you to, you know, you can use drones to shock enemies and distract them. You can hack a lot of the robot, you know, and AI enemies, and so that can be kind of fun that way. You have more of a disruptive build. You guys are noticing the lips, but it's not quite... it's not quite it. Okay, wait, wait, I think the pie jack is down. No, the pie jack is in the cabin, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, there you go. I think the pie jack should be in the cabin. God, Andromeda is so nice when it just stays at 60 frames per second. Why can't it just behave and do that all the time? Where is my pie jack? I have no idea where that pie jack is. We'll find him later. So these are the different casuals that we have. Well, this is the one modded one that I have for scientific outfit, which I think looks cool. This is the jacket, which is not modded. Nose. Katie says nose, and I'm going to say ding, 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 correct. Can you guess what I did with the nose? Again, super minor. Oh, technically, I guess I moved 3 sliders. 2 of them were related to nose. This is the hoodie, and I'm not sure how I want to do the colors. You guys let me know what you think on colors, but I like this pattern for the hoodie. I thought this was a really cool mod. I think it makes the hoodie look less boring, a lot more interesting. I kind of feel like the color scheme needs to be very specific in order to make it look good, but I like this pattern. And then honestly, my favorite for Alicia Ryder on the casuals is this mod for the athletic. I really, really dug this for the athletic. I thought this gradient, this color, this sort of cooler color that it is, looks really sweet. And I don't know about maybe, what do you think? Pants, lighter color, darker color? I was kind of thinking darker color, but if you guys want to go more like white on the pants, what are we thinking here? Black to white, blue to look. Man, that was fast. Jesus. That's good. We'll try that. I don't know if I want to spend time tinkering with that, but that sounds like it would work. Any idea on these pants? What should I do with her pants? Reddish, pinkish. Janessa says light gray on pants. Kind of like, huh? Kind of like that, maybe? I'm kind of liking this sort of lightish red, pinkish pants. Feels like it works. Feels like it fits. Maybe a little more subtle. There you go. All right, I think I'm rolling with this. Some people said neon yellow, bright purple. She's not Tamar. Hold on, wait a second. Alicia's like, you know, we're trying to make her look like she's somewhat put together. She's a little, how do I put this? I guess she's not trying to be super fabulous, but she has more of like a natural, you know, she looks somewhat put together. Or at least as much as I can manage as someone who, you know, I couldn't manage anyone's looks in real life, but in video games, you know, what can you do? You do the best you can. All right, let's go ahead and get a save going. And, oh, we said, I don't know if we properly had this conversation on stream with Subi, so I'm going to just go ahead and go through it once more.
Pathfinder.
Wow, you can be really blunt. That's right.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
But your work as a scientist
Convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist, an inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
Subi is such a great character. I'm so glad we decided to romance her on this playthrough. She's a brilliant character, wonderfully acted. I do think that her actual writing could be stronger in a lot of places, but in instances like that, not only is that a nice character moment, but for as much as Andromeda doesn't really touch on notions of religion too much, thematically that's quite a beautiful moment. You know, God is an artist and an inventor, and that's how she chooses to sort of frame her faith. It's actually quite beautiful, and I appreciate the fact that that they handle that as evenly as they do. So yeah, well, we're gonna talk to Subi some more. I want to get going with the quest, but man, I like Subi as a character. Again, I do think her writing could have been stronger in some places, but overall, really like her character. Turns out Batarian music is actually Beethoven-like orchestra, and that Milky Way teenagers are super cultured. N7 Taylor, I want to subscribe to that theory. I really do. Okay, we're gonna zoom out. We're gonna zoom out again. Again, planet scanning and all that jazz. Not really doing it. Let's get to something really cool. Obviously, everybody who's played Andromeda, you know this is one of the coolest parts of the game. Everybody that hasn't, this is just going to make you want to play Andromeda. Let's do this.
We're on a collision course with unknown objects.
Make corrections. Sam, are you on this?
Collision is imminent.
All stop now!
Cat ships, a dozen. No, more.
They've got us pinned against the Scourge.
They are scanning us, Pathfinder.
We'll scan them back!
Where is the one who activated the remnant? Their DNA signature is there. Answer me.
I'm just going to say this real quick. That line will scan them back. Actually, I'm not going to say this quickly. This needs to be said. That might be the first instance of a definitively better Frida-Wolf delivery than Tom Taylorson. And I love them both. I think male, Scott Ryder, the voice actor, I prefer him. I just do, okay? I preferred female Shepherd, Jennifer Hale over Mark Meir in the OT. That line, when she says, we'll scan them back, that is definitively better than Scott's. You'll have to go back and check if you don't believe me, but that might be the first instance when I can... They're about even most of the time. Sometimes Scott is better, but I'm going to say that is the first time I've said, whoa, Frida Wolf definitely better on that line. Anyway, that's just my observation.
You're the one in my way. Who are you?
Yeah, that delivery wasn't bad either, matter of fact.
They've lost navigation.
We're being steered into their ship.
Just tell me what you want.
I won't explain what you can't understand.
Ryder, I have almost regained control of the ship. I need a few more seconds.
I actually know a lot about the Remnant. We should compare notes.
Enough! Your defiance is naive and reckless. This day marks the beginning of your greatness.
Sam,
I have plotted a potential course through the Scourge.
do it! Report.
Enemy destroyed. Damage to aft sensors.
Scourge got it?
Yes.
Get us out of here.
It will be tight.
Callow? Yes!
Nice work, kid.
Yeah, but who the hell was that guy?
Ryder, we've got trouble down here. You need to find us a port now.
Great. Where'd we end up anyway?
Sensors are damaged, but I think we're at the vault's coordinates.
You think? Gil, give it what you can. We're setting down.
So often the score is lighter than it needs to be. In this scene, excellent use of the score, especially exiting the Scourge and right now also. It's a beautiful use of the music.
We're being contacted.
We have to land. Open a comm.
Tov Jagalesto. Tov Jagalesto.
We're visitors from another galaxy. Our intentions are peaceful.
Av Naleseto. They've sent us a nav point.
Set us down. Yes. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I definitely wish there was more of these moments in Andromeda, but I do feel like this moment with the Angara, not perfect. There's some things I would have tweaked about it, but
Please, you're not really going
it's a cool
out there
moment.
on your own.
We can't afford a repeat of last time. I'm the Pathfinder. First contact is on me.
Most important thing ever. No pressure.
It's so amazing that she's in this casual outfit. She's just... That's so great. She's like, I'm going to make first contact with some aliens, and I got some headphones around my neck.
This is what it's all about, right? New worlds, new aliens. Wish me luck.
Tasko Jiabayenvad.
Get the squall time yahal.
Thank you.
Hey, Hamdagos.
Mason Roa.
The one thing I really do wish was sort of handled differently was the fact that we learned later that this isn't technically first contact, not for the Angara anyway.
Hello. I'm a Pathfinder with the Initiative.
Yes, you crossed dark space. I've heard of your journey, Joel. I have this in hand.
Ephra saw the ship come in and sent me to find out what's going on.
She's a human from another galaxy. A Pathfinder.
Aya is hidden, protected. What do you want?
We didn't know what we'd find here, to be honest. But I'm open to sharing what we know, if you are.
Honest? Honesty would be a good start. I'll inform Ephra. He'll be waiting for you in his office at the Resistance headquarters. I'll meet you there.
I don't think I liked Joel as much as some other people, but he is a good character.
Your crew will stay on your ship. Follow me.
Oh, Nicole, thanks for stopping by, and happy birthday.
Follow closely. Do not try to explore the city or interact with anyone. Ephra's guards will use force if necessary.
Understood. Is it okay to ask you questions?
I suppose.
If you're the governor, why do I need to see this Ephra?
He's leader of the Resistance.
What's that?
They fight the Ket and protect us.
What's happening?
We have a visitor.
This isn't safe.
Keep
We should lock it up.
Okay, okay.
I like
I
how...
detect unusual levels of electrostatic energy in the Angara.
Yeah, just everything. I mean, again, it could have been better. But the ambient dialogue of people sort of being freaked out by seeing you're the alien to them, and Sam
Am I
analyzing.
that intimidating?
You're an outsider who invaded our home. We know nothing about you.
I'm not here to cause trouble.
Then keep moving.
How did it find us?
She, not it. And stop staring.
I'd love to study its physiology. Keep up.
And honestly, this is really cool if you try. I love doing
None
this.
of the local flora register in my data files. We've encountered an undiscovered ecosystem.
Right, so
The
undiscovered.
city is beautiful.
Thank you. You're the first outsider to see it.
Undiscovered
I'm honored.
ecosystem. So you would think like, oh yeah, let me pull out my scanner and scan some stuff.
Put that away.
And
It's just a scanner.
Put it away now.
and immediately they draw
Take
laser
it
sights
easy.
on you. I thought that was a nice touch. It really was. Aya is also just
What
so
happens
damn
if
beautiful.
Ephra doesn't like me?
Like, it's one of the most
He
visually
won't.
interesting areas in the
But you
game. I
need to
like it
earn
almost
his
as much,
trust.
if not more, than I do the Nexus,
He's responsible
honestly.
for everyone's safety. I know what that's like.
I wish it would have been bigger,
You're a
for
leader.
sure.
Trying to be.
But it's well designed.
This is the Resistance headquarters. Ephra is waiting inside.
They are bullies, but this situation is now your fault. Don't get kicked out, Moran, not because of them.
But you're telling me to be weak.
No. I am telling you to be strong through your cunning and heart. Okay? Hey.
It really is the best one in the Resistance.
I know. Our experience with the Ket makes us naturally distrustful of all aliens.
Smart.
We've had our own run-ins with the cat.
Then you really do understand. When the Archon came to Heleus, he demolished our sovereign state. Took what he wanted, as if we were nothing. Now, the Ket mercilessly abduct Angara. Often, we never see our people again. Come this way. Ephra is waiting.
Wait, the cat kidnap you? Steal your people?
And the Resistance fights them every day. With everything we can.
Is it attrition? What are they after?
You should save your questions for Ephra.
Kadara be damned. I won't lose Fold.
Ephra, this is one of the aliens from the Milky Way.
I always like the Milky Way pronunciation there. The Milky
It's
Way.
an aggressive move.
I'm like,
coming
it's
to
not
Aya.
that hard to say it. It is aggressive. Hang on 1 second. Let me make sure I didn't forget to do something very important for... Oh, good lord, I sure did. You can't see it because it's on my other monitor, but goddamn, my GPU was getting hot. So I'll tell you something. I got a GTX 1080 Ti. It's a great card. I love it, etc., etc. One of the problems with the GTX 1080 Ti, I'm not sure who was responsible for this beautiful design decision over at NVIDIA. I love you guys, but because fan noise is sort of an issue, the automatic fan speed never really goes above 50-55%. Not really sure why it's an automatic fan speed if it never goes above 55%, but it really doesn't. And if you're maxing GPU utilization, particularly during a long cutscene where the visuals are better, etc., etc. Ah, crap! Now it's not gonna go full screen properly because I did that during the cutscene. Damn it! What if I just try this? All right, we're just gonna do this until I can properly full screen it again. So yeah, my GPU was like well into like 85C, which is really hot.
It wasn't meant that way. I have an ark full of desperate people counting on me to find them a home before they starve.
Of course.
Oh no, the frame rate is still going to be crap now because I can't fix the full
So,
screen.
Pathfinder, never mind how you even found us. Why are you here?
On a hostile planet we call Eos, I explored an ancient structure, a vault, and brought it back online. It stabilized that planet's environment.
Remnant. Recent intelligence supports that claim.
If I'm right, there's a vault on Aya that's different. I need to look
God
inside.
damn, that frame rate is rough.
You're right. There's a vault out there, but it was shut years ago and the entrance hidden. We can't help you.
The Moshai could. She's our most revered scientist and elder. She knows this vault.
But now the Ket have her, and our rescue attempts failed. She's lost to us.
Hey Zoe, glad you could make it. Yeah, you missed Joel by just a bit, but we'll have plenty of Joel. We'll be talking to Joel here and bringing him with us as we go along.
There must be another way. How can I convince you?
God, that
Can
frame
I
rate is
offer
dying
help?
right now.
Arrogant. I don't know you, let alone trust you. Why would I want your help?
Of course.
Ephra, I feel... Ephra, what this alien says is extraordinary. The Moshai would want us to be brave and not let this chance pass.
Joel, you talk too much.
Let me assess this, alien. I'll be your eyes. I know you can spare me.
Go if you want. But when she tries to kill you...
That's an interesting question. Are the Angara supposed to be cat-like? I don't think they're meant to be
I'm
cat-like.
Jal Amaderov. I'll be your envoy.
But they do
to
have
unguarded
a,
space.
I don't know how to describe it. Maybe like a smoothness to them that's sort of feline in nature. Yeah, I am grateful.
Thank you for trusting me.
I don't. But I can always kill you in your sleep.
Good to know.
Good to know. Okay, now let's fix this. Good lord, it really does not like windowed. Screen, there we go. Now we're back to
I've
a
organized my
nice
analysis of Aya. Shall I relay it to the Nexus?
crisp 60.
Definitely.
Where to? We're still not allowed into the main part of Aya, so let's walk around a bit over here. Just take out the 1080 Ti and rest it in a bucket of ice. It's doing pretty well. I mean, it cools well enough if you manually set the fan speed to like 75, 80. It does pretty well. So yeah, it's doing much better now.
No, I will.
You really think the Moshai is alive?
I'm sure of it.
Don't kill yourself bringing her home.
No promises.
And I, for one, like Avela. I know some people don't. But I like Avela. I don't really like necessarily the nature of her fetch quest, but I like Avela. I think she's interesting. And I appreciate the concept of a historian for the Angara. It creates a nice device to ask questions about their history, and she's a pleasant character in general to deal with.
I am Enro Bosan, assistant to Governor Paranshai. You're free to explore this area, but the city is off limits. Until that changes, I'll be your liaison.
Gayer than you.
How may I
Glad
help
you could
you,
make it also.
Pathfinder?
Good to see you. How may I help you, Pathfinder? Tell me about Angaran worlds.
What can you tell me about your other worlds?
Life on them is hard, the people harder. Every day is a struggle to survive.
Why not bring everyone here?
We will not abandon any more worlds to the Ket. And Aya cannot support all of us.
When am I allowed to visit the city again?
That's not for me to decide.
Who will?
Thanks,
Your
Lisa.
boss
Appreciate you
or
stopping
Ephra?
by, and you have a good
Governor
night.
Shai has jurisdiction over Aya. She will authorize your entrance if you earn Ephra's trust. A museum curator and a colony supplier asked to meet you. They're waiting nearby. The Ket swayed us with words. Now we judge outsiders by their actions.
I mean, when you think about it, the Angara are actually being remarkably tolerant, considering they've been in like a 50 or 100-year war with the Ket. I mean, the fact that they're willing to talk to you at all is actually pretty remarkable.
You don't just stand here waiting to answer my questions, right?
I assist the governor in all matters. While you're here, this is my priority.
Pretty far outside your normal job, huh?
I did not begin this day expecting to speak with it. You?
Nice save.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Thanks for your time.
Everything
Enro.
about getting to know
Of
the
course.
Angara and sort of like dealing with the first contact situation, again, I will state, it could have been better. I would have liked for it to have been more fleshed out and more detailed and taken more time. But it is interesting that it's there. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't gotten too many games where you get to do that, and it's not perfect, but it's nice that it is there.
Stars above. It's you. I was hoping to get a chance to speak with you. You left your home to cross dark space. Is it true you can never go back?
Yeah. This is home now.
To take such a risk and give up your old life, why did you do it?
I believed in what the initiative stood for. I still do.
That's noble of you. I'm not sure I could make the same choice.
My turn for a question. Do I get to know your name?
Oh, of course. I'm Avela Kajar, curator for the Repository of History. We study relics of our past, try to piece together what we lost in the Scourge. And the truth is, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Pathfinder, how much do you know about our history?
I still have a lot to learn.
Centuries ago, the Scourge targeted my people. Our ships were the first to go dark. Many of those ships went down over Havarl. The wilds of that planet are filled with history. A scientist on Havarl just contacted me with a new nav point of an intact crash site. A huge opportunity. But with Remnant patrolling the area, we can't get close enough. Not like you can.
How do you know about me and the Remnant?
I have friends in the Resistance. They heard your conversation with Ephra. I know it's a lot
I'm
to
not
ask,
sure
but you
what
have a
that
ship
is, but there's
and the
a
means to get
weird
past the
bit of
Remnant.
like transparency
Without your
phasing
help,
issue with that
I'm
plant
stuck.
behind her. And I can't remember if that's always happened or why that has happened.
I don't think Ephra would be too happy with this arrangement.
Ephra doesn't have to know. And if he finds out, he can direct his anger at me.
Takes guts to stand up to him.
I'd face worse to get a piece of our history back.
You're trusting your history with an outsider?
I know what people say about you, but I don't agree. I think you're here to help.
I am.
Now's your chance to prove it. You want to earn Aya's respect, right? Recovering our past will go a
Avela
long
is
way.
also kind of a, you know, what is she, like a semi-romance? And I'm thinking maybe she might make a decent one for Alicia. Although, I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. Maybe we'll just do only Suvi. This one doesn't count. Doesn't cancel you out of the Suvi romance, so we'll see about that. I know, Flucus, you asked a question a little bit ago. Do I think that the next Mass Effect will be in Andromeda or in the Milky Way? The next upcoming episode of Split the Veil is kind of going to get into that.
I've always wanted to give archaeology a try.
I think it could go
I was
both ways,
hoping you'd say
essentially.
that. If you find anything, I'll be here. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Janessa, if they make another one, you want to play as an alien race. We also discussed that. Katie and I also get into that topic on the next episode of Split the Veil. So, yeah, more to come on our thoughts on those questions.
Ryder, ship's fixed up and ready to fly.
Actually, I've got some skill points. That's just for duration. I think I might just store these, honestly. I do want to start to get some for the pistol just to... Yeah, that's more just for cooldown. All right, we're gonna save those.
Your ship is...
John, you know what? I didn't know if Avela was male only. I wasn't sure, but yeah, I guess that kind of answers that question for me.
It gets better.
Oh, yeah.
You ready to go?
I'll introduce you to the rest of my crew.
A little self-promo. I believe the term is house ad. I believe the correct term is a house ad. Tune in Thursday/Friday for the next episode of Split the Veil podcast.
I'm just saying, as far as first contact goes, at least that went better than the last one.
Only slightly.
Yeah, what happened? I wanted to look around.
And now we have another mouth to feed, whatever he eats.
Did the translators not work?
They work.
I know we're improvising as we go, but let's remember that there is Pathfinder team protocol.
Don't think I got that handbook. Ryder, we followed our best lead here, and now we don't even have that.
Jal has offered to do what he can to help us access the vault on Aya.
How do we do that when we're leaving the planet it's on?
That's a fair point. Jal?
Seriously?
Settle down. Ryder's right. There's an Angara right here. Let's hear from the new guy.
God, Liam never makes sense. He just never makes sense. All of his dialogue sucks.
One day,
and he can't do push-ups.
About 80 years ago, the Archon and the Ket arrived in Heleus, and the horror began.
They declared war?
Nothing so easy to define or fight.
The Ket kidnap Angara. Their people disappear without a trace. What if they were us?
Sure, I'll fight Ket all day long, but that's no plan.
I agree. We need to get into that vault, Ryder. Surprisingly, I'm with PB. Our own mission has to take priority.
We have a plan. Kind of. Pretty solid. Jal?
The resistance is stretched thin. I was tasked with traveling to 2 of our worlds at our briefing this morning. And you'll accompany me.
Because?
Because then, Ephra will see you as trustworthy. You want that.
Jal's told me about these 2 worlds, Havarl and Vold.
Before the Scourge disaster, Vold was a thriving planet of billions. A shining center of technology and life.
And now?
It's the center of our ground war against the Ket. Our resistance base is fighting Ket Command for control of the planet.
What about the other?
Havarl is the birthplace of the Angara. It's started to degrade, to become wild and dangerous. We suspect a remnant.
Now we're talking.
We've recently lost contact with our scientists.
Still don't get how any of this helps us.
I do. Help us, or rather help me, and I'll vouch for you, right? Because Jal wants inside Aya's vault too.
Pathfinder, it's your call.
So before we even bother with this dialogue option, I want to address something that many of you are actually calling out in the chat, which is 100% correct, which is that this scene doesn't work. And the scene doesn't, it in fact does not work, but I want to talk a little bit about why it doesn't work and kind of give you some perspective in analysis on what it is about this scene that specifically seems to get stuck. And I think the really key thing to call out is sort of like what this scene is trying to achieve. When you're progressing your plot, you always want people to understand, you know, you're in the scene that you're in because the scene that followed prior to that, you know, ended in such a way where it feels like you have to be where you're at. And you do that from scene to scene, but you also do that from story beat to story beat, from plot point to plot point. And this is the beginning of when Mass Effect Andromeda starts to have pacing issues, right? They open it up into, you know, giving you a choice of going to these two different planets, and then Elodin's going to get thrown in shortly after that, and then the return to Eos is going to get thrown in shortly after that. And they basically had a lot of subject matter. Right? Like, they basically had a lot of subject matter that they wanted to get to, that they wanted to make you aware of, and that they wanted to give you the choice of prioritizing, which is fine. I'm all for choice in video games, but they didn't have a strong narrative through line, right? They didn't have a strong narrative motivation for any of the choices that they were giving you as far as what you wanted to explore or where you needed to go or where the Pathfinder needed to be. They didn't have it thematically. They didn't have it from a plot standpoint. They didn't have it from a character standpoint. And this scene is evidence of that, right? From a practical standpoint, you need this scene to say the plot, you know, the next integral step of the plot is this, or the next major thematic development that we're watching, you know, these characters work through is this, or this character's development is now contingent upon this. And that's what this scene is trying to be. But it doesn't have any of that. Like, there's no, I hate this term in general because it's such a ridiculous cliche, but there's no there, right? This scene actually doesn't have a focus, and that's why it feels ridiculous. And they try and smooth over it with poor attempts at humor and, you know, somewhat of like team building, character on, ensemble piece writing. None of it works. Right, like the scene doesn't have a focus, and what you specifically need this scene to tell you is it's important, it's integral to the plot or to characters or to themes or to something that we go here next, and that's why the scene is just like, they don't know why. They just know Havarl and Vold. They just know we're going to give you multiple planets to choose from that you can explore, but they can't really formulate a good case for why, based on the plot or characters or themes of why we should go to any of these places. And honestly, if I were to try and take a stab at fixing it, I would just say, look, your overall goal in Andromeda is to build a home, and the number one obstacle to that is dealing with the Ket and dealing with the Archon. I would have kept the plot a lot more focused on that, and I would have made the settlement building and the activating of the vaults a little more ancillary to that. I don't really think that it makes sense to say that activating vaults to do terraforming on planets is more important than stopping the evil aliens that are trying to shoot at you. I would say stop Ket number 1 and then activate vaults number 2. So I would have kept the narrative focused on the conflict with the Archon and with the Ket, because that's the meatiest thing, right? Like, drama needs conflict, and that's the main gist of the external conflict. And then when you use that external conflict in that way, that's going to allow you to focus in more on the internal conflict with Ryder and what she's going through as developing as a leader, etc., etc. I think the game would have been a lot better if they cut out this, you know, these elongated scenes where the team is all in a room going, gee, where should we go? Well, I think we should go here. Well, I think we should stay here and hop straight into the vault. Like, that's not okay. It's conflict in a way, but it seems unimportant, somewhat juvenile. It just seems forced, and that's why the scene doesn't work, right? Keep the conflict, the focus on the conflict of the Ket are trying to kill us, the Archon's trying to take us over, and then develop the team dynamics more in those situations. And then you can deal with where you go and when and who wants to go where later. I think the game overall, its central plot would have been a lot better if they had been able to do that. Okay, now as to what writers should actually say. It's your call. Yes, it is.
Don't know yet. Just be ready to go at a moment's notice. Got it?
You bet.
Jal, give Callow the nav points for both planets. Let's do this.
Yeah, and that dialogue option at the end of, I don't know, but stay tuned, it's not bad. I mean, remember, Ryder in canon is 22 years old. She's in this situation for the first time. I think it is a reasonable expectation that someone that young with that much responsibility will from time to time say, I don't know, but I'll find out. So I used to think that scene sucks because, writer doesn't assert, you don't have a dialogue option where it's super clear. But I think it's kind of forgivable given writer's canon age, and that's about as much as you could expect from somebody that young in that tough a situation, where everyone else is also kind of expressing their views openly. And also, when you get towards the end of the game, when you have another scene sort of similar to that, Ryder absolutely, you do see the development of Ryder. Oh, here we go.
Still compiling my
Here's our Pyjack.
But even their body language is so emotional. I can't wait for my first session with Jarl.
The scene just needed a good old door. Well, as we know, doors fix everything. Here's the pet Pyjack. There we
Whoops.
go.
Looks like our Pyjack friend got out of his cage. He'll be fine, won't he? The exercise will probably do him good.
Sure. Should we talk? Okay, so here's what we got here. We can go to Havarl, or we can go to... I kind of don't want to go to Havarl, because I honestly am not going to be able to go for that much longer, and I don't want to rush going through Vold and Havarl, so I think I'm going to save those for next time, and we're just going to kind of go around, talk to some people, have some conversations, maybe even go back to Eos real quick and close out that quest that I left for the secret project thing, because that actually needed to happen on Eos. So yeah, we might just kind of go around and talk to some of our crew. Lucas, you have a good night, and thank you for joining us. Okay, yeah, let's see who's available to talk with. We have rewards. Why is the strike team missions? Because I'm not really going to be doing strike team missions very much. But whatever, there's a quest marker there, so. Okay, good. I just have to inspect it. Very good. Wait, are there rewards? Right, no rewards. Okay. Well, look, I mean, we've got a new crew member, so let's go talk to him.
So, Jarl.
So?
We haven't had a chance to talk alone. You comfortable in here?
I took it. It feels strange to stay with the others. You are aliens.
And you're alien to us, so there. We have something in common.
We can look at it as a place to start.
Got it.
Perhaps then, if we're all aliens, it's about what kind of alien we are.
You had no idea about us, but you signed up to help us anyway.
Perhaps it had nothing to do with you.
Care to elaborate?
I do not.
How do you know Moshae Sefa?
She's our greatest mind on the Remnant. I was her student.
You studied the Remnant too?
A little. I was terrible. I quit. Or she threw me out. One of those. We're still very close.
So, is that your rifle?
It is now. It's Ket. With my own modifications. I like to tinker, to get my hands on something and take it apart.
That's a skill I know we can use. But I have one request. Please don't take apart my ship.
You're right. I signed up. Volunteered for this. It's exciting. There's something unique about you. Uneasy, raw, but somehow profound.
Face value? That sounds like a compliment. A nice one.
It is. Angara feel deeply. We have more trouble hiding our emotions than showing them. I should get back to my work.
You know, Janessa, that's actually a really good point. And Zoe, I know, also kind of chiming in with the same thought there. I was actually right about to comment a little bit on it because, in a way, it is sort of aimless. I kind of don't like that it doesn't have too much of a point, but you're actually right. Like that would kind of make sense, right? They're doing their best. They're trying to have a conversation, but they don't have a lot to talk about yet. So, yeah, I guess it kind of does make sense. It's not something I had thought of previously. Now, I always remember, this is the one icon you don't see very much. It's sort of like a friendship icon, but it sort of leads to romantic stuff. So, yeah, I don't know if we're necessarily going to flirt with Jaal. I don't know if my writer would necessarily do that. We'll just say until next time.
This was good. Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you. Let's talk more later.
Let us have a chat with Lexi about our new crew member, as a matter of fact.
Need something?
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
Is Jaal doing okay?
He's adjusting. The rest of us have at least some understanding of each other's cultures. But to Jaal, we're all outsiders. It's a lot to take in. I'd say he's doing pretty well.
Thanks for the insight. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
All right, and then let's have a quick chat with Cora, why don't we?
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe a little bit of tension here.
Your biotics always do that when you're maybe stressed?
I got it. I'm good. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like
goddamn, you know what? Cora is a huntress. Cora is an Asari huntress the way some people are vegan. Like, they can't know you more than 5 minutes without telling you they're vegan. And by the way, anybody who's vegan that's listening, I got no problem with vegans. I think that's great. But there is that, there is that bit about people who are just like, they're very vocally vegan. They can't wait to tell you. That's how she is with being an Asari huntress. Every 5 minutes she reminds you. Also, on this scene, good idea, right? It kind of shows that sometimes she loses her temper. I just kind of feel like the writing and also the acting is it's a little understated. Like, if she's going to lose her temper, she should, like, really lose her temper and, like, let loose with, like, a biotic kick and knock something over and, like, actually have a real outburst. Otherwise, it just kind of seems like, huh? Are you getting mad? Is that what's happening here? You were an Asari commando. Yeah, you don't say. I think she would probably say more about, like, did you know my dad?
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with a Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
Speaking of which, did you know Cora's an Asari commando? Yeah, she sure is.
There's a lot of loss going around. Dad, the Golden Worlds.
A friend and mentor who trained you to be a Pathfinder. I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
Even if we get there, there's a mountain of hard work ahead.
Working hard was never my problem. Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job.
So he says, take a shot every time Cora says Asari Commando or
if you want to talk,
Asari Huntress. Yeah, no, it's Monday tomorrow. I gotta go to work. That's not gonna work. I gotta not be hungover tomorrow. Thank you. So we will not be taking a shot every time she says that. I think if I talk to her again, she talks about the Angara. But let's go talk to Suvi and Callow. I think they have some stuff to say about the Angara.
Aya has so much biodiversity and the waterfalls.
Just like Sirkesh.
We might have a problem. I was running some numbers, mass balances and such. The Tempest is carrying about 70 kilos of extra mass. I think something's aboard that doesn't belong.
Is it a problem that we're carrying extra mass?
Not mechanically, but something heavy and unexplained. That's not good. Our internal sensors aren't getting anything, but they're not as powerful as a Pathfinder's scanner. Can you take a look?
I don't think you can actually reject this quest. I mean, it's just fine, but I kind of feel like the answer would be like, yeah, I'll get to it.
I'll keep it in mind, but we've got bigger problems.
Understood.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, we'll do that eventually. Oh, wait, doesn't she have anything to say about the Angara?
How's it going?
Oh, all right.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Callow. Hey, how you doing, Callow? Let's talk. I think he should be already starting his fight with Gil, so let's see.
Sam's been compiling our star charts. The other pilots on the Nexus will have plenty of new trails to follow.
You can drop the charts off the next time we're there.
Funny. A few months ago, that station was like a war zone. Flying was my only way to escape the chaos. Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Every good space station needs a big lake, maybe some fountains.
Indeed. Even non-amphibians need a little water. Regardless, the worst threat to the whole initiative is still that monstrosity.
You mean the Scourge?
I still see it crippling the Nexus in my memories. I had to train other pilots in hazardous flight techniques just to look for food and water. It's a cage that eats good ships and good people. Heleus won't be home so long as it's a
Janessa,
threat.
that's not a bad observation. Every crew kind of has the Cora thing just with their own thing. Like, Callow doesn't shut up about the ship and how he helped design it, and Drac is always talking about killing Ket, and Liam's always talking about soccer matches and breaking rules and doing shitty push-ups. Liam doesn't make... Liam's thing is every time he says something, it's completely unrelated to whatever he said before. It's just like something, we need to have a soccer match, and then like, how come I can't make more friends, and then... Oh, God, Liam.
It's a huge space anomaly. It's not going away in anyone's lifetime.
If we could somehow neutralize it, or if our ships had defenses against it.
I've defended Liam, I think, about as much as anybody. Like, to be in all fairness, I think I have defended Liam as much as possible. But it was on my most recent playthrough, not with this character, but with my other, what is probably going to end up being my canon writer. I just tried to talk to him and see what was up, and I'm just like, bro, like, why don't you make any sense, bro? Like, his loyalty mission is cool. He has a couple... I made a whole video about him staying with Ryder in the med bay, you know, right after the opening mission. Like, he has some moments that I really, really like, but just overall, like, he's not net positive. All right, let's talk some PB.
So you've set up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm still going through what we got out of the EOS vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Should I consider you a temporary addition?
Everything's temporary, Ryder. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
You should try sleeping more. I don't know. I don't know if Alicia Ryder would be friends with PB. Would she be annoyed with her? Like maybe like not that they're super similar, but kind of like, does she kind of feel like she's stepping on her territory, or would she be kind of flirty with her? I kind of feel like it might be interesting to see what happens if they hook up. Like, we'll romance Suvi, but maybe she hooks up with PB. But right now, I kind of feel like she would say this, a little bit snarkier.
Maybe you just needed more sleep.
We were out for 600 years. A special someone made the trip with me, and she woke up a different person. I've slept enough. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown, for the never been done.
That's just the one thing you want me to know about you.
Let's start with that then. Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Tell you what, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned.
Also,
which
PB's
you're
eyes are
gonna
fucking
love,
huge.
By the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
All right, who's up next? Maybe Drac, maybe Vetra. Yeah, let's. Yes, let's just go see how. Maybe I think Drac should be right down here in the mess hall.
Quit worrying, Rushan. It'll be fine.
Right. Have you settled in yet?
Yeah, got all my stuff here.
And your repair kit, spare parts?
I carry that emergency kit you put together all the time.
Good. Good. I'll check in with you later.
I like listening to this right before you walk in. You can kind of see how Kesh is trying to look after Drac, probably the same way Drac tries to look after her.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who were you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
I like the no trouble plan. How about we stick with that?
Kesh said not too much trouble, kid. Not no trouble. The cat makes sure some trouble's always coming for you.
That's not reassuring.
Life out here ain't reassuring. You'll get used to it.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Everyone's tight on supplies. The Nexus is no exception.
You think it's the same as being exiled? Life outside the Nexus ain't exactly friendly.
So why did you leave?
Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm ambivalent right now about what the relationship is going to be like with Drac. I think he's practical, and I think in a lot of ways my writer is practical. I don't think she would. The Nexus does need you, but she probably also kind of sees why you left. She's going to be more, accepting, mainly just because it's Drac. Not necessarily that she sides with the Krogan, but she sides with Drac so far. She likes him. He's a practical guy. He's useful. He's straightforward.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
Janessa, what type of food do the Krogan eat? Well, they're not dextrose. They're not like Solarians and Turians. And I want to say that, well, actually, if you really want to know what do Krogans eat, at one point they ate Solarians. Fun fact, if you didn't know that, at one point Krogan literally ate Solarians. And I think it's insinuated that some Krogans still do. That like there's like Solarian liver and things like that is still considered a delicacy amongst the Krogan. But essentially, they can eat anything, everything. They have multiple organ redundancies and very, very robust digestion system. So, yeah, they can pretty much eat anything. Yeah, let's go talk to Vetra. And even though I really don't want to, let's just maybe go talk to Liam.
Come to my room, okay? This is PB, by the way.
PB just randomly says, "Come to my room." God damn, PB, get a hold of yourself. I think Alicia Reiner might like the directness of PB though. We'll see. We'll just have to see how it goes.
I'll talk to someone. Maybe they could use you on comms. So you get to be with the Pathfinder and I have to watch your radio? The radio or help Kesh with cleanup? Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me.
This is the scene that's really
Ryder, this
not
is
that
Sid,
good.
my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
Now's as good a time as any.
No. I know that I can be of use here. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
And you're good with guns.
Ability to haggle with the locals? Great. But please tell me you're also good in a fight.
Like I said before, Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between.
Yeah.
I do what I have to.
I am
We all have
not.
a
It's not that
personal
I'm not a
stake in
fan
this.
of Sid as a
If it keeps
character.
going the
I
way
am
it's
not a
been,
fan of the
we're all
acting.
dead.
The voice actress for Sid. I just
I
feel like
should
there's a
track
lot
down
of
the lead for
misses
Gil's
on some of her
actuators.
delivery,
Back
and I think it
channels,
hurts.
you know.
The dialogue's already not strong to begin with, and
We'll chat
so
later?
some of the stuff where she's meant to come off as younger, I get it, but they could have done with a little more earnestness and a little less. Yeah, sometimes it just kind of feels like she took the note of act young, and she just took the note just kind of on face value, and I would have liked a little more nuance to some of those deliveries, with all due respect to that fine, talented actress that she may be. Yeah, I'm literally just doing this so I can mock him relentlessly, but let's go, Liam. I don't get it. Why did you bring a couch, bro? Like, you could have brought anything. You could have brought supplies. You could have brought weapons. You could have brought armors. You could have brought somebody else some shit. You could have brought a biotic amp. You could have brought, like, a custom Omni tool. You could have just brought booze. You could have brought anything. You brought a couch, bro. Like, you come to another galaxy and you brought a piece of IKEA with you? Like, bruh, get off my ship, homeboy. Like, yeah, did that sentence make sense? Did anything you say just made sense? I'm serious. I've defended Liam as much as anybody, but like, homeboy, you brought a couch, bruh.
Right. What?
Never mind.
That's the
Yes for the requisition. So, finally time for that beer?
And then I have to have a drink with him. I don't want to have a drink with this joke.
Emotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. A crisis response?
And he was a
Digging
cop.
people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions.
He was
Think
a
about
cop.
your line stays much?
What was Hustle? Yeah, Hustle was this weird acronym that wasn't even real, but he just made it up anyway. He just wanted to call him Hustle.
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me.
I like to. You know what?
Dude.
I feel like the reason why I'm entitled to be so angry is because you can. I mean, I'm not joking. Anybody who goes back to listens to the first episodes that we did on Split the Veil of where we talk about Andromeda, I defended Liam like hardcore. Like I was really on his side. Like I gave him every benefit of the doubt, and I feel like he's that real life. He's like that real life friend that you just keep trying to like give chances to over and over again. But every time you hear them, every time they call you to talk about their life, it's just some other random like non sequitur filled story about how everything is falling apart. And like at some point you're just like dude, you got to get it together, man. Like you got to start adulting soon. Like begin adulthood ASAP. I don't think about those times. Yeah, sure.
I put it behind me after Dad's work went sour. It was a long time ago.
600 years. Give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
A company like this, yeah, no. Is there a way to like flirt with him and then break up with him? I might do that. Opportunity, love of science, yeah, absolutely.
I started in the Alliance, but it was the science that kept me going. And when that ended, well, if I wanted to be a part of the next big discovery, it had to be here.
Oh, I don't hear idealist a lot. Everyone's cynical.
Back at you, Costa. Why do you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story.
John, you are partially right.
Family,
you are
friends,
partially right.
Job,
I think he has good
I just heard
moments. I
about
mean,
the
again, you
initiative
can also go and see the relay video that I did where I talk about his scene with Ryder in the
Still
beginning.
do.
And there are moments he has that I really like.
We're in it.
I didn't even hear what he was saying. Puts pressure on all of us.
If it all goes wrong, it could feel like we left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad start can't change that. I won't let it.
I am
In
feeling the
crisis
casual
response, our
outfit
focus
though
on essentials. That's
for
you and
Ryder,
his team.
and the hoodie looks good on
Pathfinder
Liam.
leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered. You got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest.
All right, bro. Whatever you say. I'm not sure why you brought a couch. What else is in here? Like, why does he... I mean, he just has this random picture, I guess, of, like, the Citadel, sort of, and then, like, some letters and some stuff. I don't know, man. Like, at least Vetra has, like, cereal in her quarters. Makes a little more sense. You know what? I mean, I might want to space out the Liam conversation, since at this point they're going to become like a like a feature. Okay. I think that maybe talk to Gil again. I think maybe Gil has some more stuff to say. Yeah, Liam is constantly... I mean, he's positive. He's trying to be, like, an encourager, and I appreciate that. I mean, that's definitely a positive personality quality to have. He's just not good at it. That's what it is, right? Like, what's annoying about him is he's always trying to, like, sort of pump you up and, like, talk positively, but it seems like he's falling apart constantly. So you're just like, I'm not taking advice from you. No, I give Liam a hard time, partly because it's fun, too. I mean, I think he has redeeming qualities, but there were just some moments, man.
Ah, there you are. Gotcha.
Am I interrupting?
Nope. I go the way the wind blows. You're here now, so you're the wind. Just dealing with some scourge issues. That Archon fella tried to warn you not to joyride into it, but you were just la la la. It was an act first, think later move. I respect it. Well, more like I resemble it.
Gil is one of my
you
favorites.
Play poker?
Come again?
Poker. Card game with bluffing, betting. It's an age-old measuring stick of a person's character, fortitude, guts. Used to think maybe it was my calling. Turns out I'm just good at it. Never lost, heads up. We should play sometime.
What happens if I take the flirt options with Gil? You might regret it. We'll see. How about you might regret it?
Willing to put your streak on the line?
Huh. I'll risk it. Next time we port up and you're in the mood, I'm always in the mood.
All right, cool beans. And we are now at an hour and a half. I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. And what I'm going to do is next time we will pick up from here and probably go down to Havarl. I think that that's typically the way to go, is do Havarl first, go to Vold next. And again, I am going to try and get through Havarl and Vold about as quick as we possibly can. Eladin's going to open up. The Return to Eos is going to open up, and we're going to have the mission with Moshae Sefa. So a lot of it, it's just too much. I'm not going to do a whole rant about the pacing, but it's too much. They really should have cut it back. What I will say is that we're going to get through the main quests part of that as quickly as possible. And then from there, we'll continue on with the main quest. We're not going to do any settlement building or really even that many loyalty quests except for Korra's until after the actual critical path. And I'll probably include all like loyalty quests and stuff like that as part of this stream. But yeah, I think for tonight, we're going to call it a little bit on the shorter side tonight. Again, just a lot going on in real life responsibilities. So I'm not going to say that you should expect anything Wednesday. I'm very sorry to say. If anything changes, if you're not already following me on Twitter at The Exalted March, I will always announce days and times there. I will try my best to do something midweek. If not, I will make every effort to be here back again next Sunday. I think we've already said next weekend for the joint stream on the Dragon Age Inquisition. We won't be doing it Saturday. We'll figure something else out. Thank you, fine folks, for joining. As always, you all make this a lot more fun. I love playing Andromeda. I love it even more when we're all doing it together. So thank you for being here. I hope everyone has a good night. I hope you have a great week starting bright and early tomorrow, Monday morning. For those of you where it's already Monday, I hope you have a kick-ass week and everything goes your way. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again and talk to you soon.